Multiple generations are growing up in the Bahamas without a nationality. That, according to a report from the U.S. State Department. Well, today, the Minister of Immigration responded to the findings of that document that highlights shortfalls with the country's citizenship process. Cleopatra Murphy has the details.
We're not going to be rushed by virtue of someone remaining in this country for a significant period of time.
While the Bahamas is moving to address its immigration and citizenship laws, Minister of Immigration, the Honorable Keith Bell, says the Bahamas will not forego due diligence to speed up its citizenship process. Bell's comments follow the release of the U.S. State Department's 2022 Country Report on Human Rights Practices in the Bahamas. It concludes discrimination against women in nationality laws and the ineffective implementation of laws to grant nationality to long-term residents contribute to statelessness, citing, in one case, a foreign-born domestic abuse victim sought assistance from a safe house to register her Bahamian-born child. Without the consent of her Bahamian husband, whom she accused of abuse, the mother was unable to register the child or claim the child's Bahamian citizenship.
I am satisfied to the level and to the extent to which we ensure that our immigration laws, and particularly our Constitution, which empowers the government to bestow citizenship on an individual, I'm satisfied that our laws are strong and we are following them to the extent to which we will take our time to ensure that whomever comes to this country may be granted citizenship. That is the responsibility and the authority of the government, and we will ensure that we do our due diligence.
Bell takes that stance as he says many migrants come to the Bahamas illegally. The State Department also highlights the limited 12-month window when they turn 18 that a person born of foreign heritage has to apply for citizenship, only to wait years for approval, citing that in 2 cases, persons born to non-Bahamians were waiting for government's decision on their nationality more than 20 years after submitting applications.
We receive applications from a significant number of persons of different nationalities, and we have to check with these states, these countries, to ensure that documents that we receive are authentic. They have to be authenticated. We have to ensure that where there is no duplication or imposters, as we have seen in the past, persons who apply for citizenship, they have taken on the identity of other persons. And it raises a fundamental question in this country: when are we going to introduce a national system of identification?
With regard to the now lifted shantytown injunction, the report determined that when 10 shantytown homes were demolished after Hurricane Dorian, little effort was made to shelter residents of those shantytowns that have since been expanded. Bell says government has a plan in place to address the various persons living there, from Bahamians to those with work permits and illegal migrants, again reiterating government's priority.
The responsibility of the government is to Bahamians. So where we find that there are Bahamians residing in the shanty towns, we will make provisions through the Department of Social Services, the ministry, to ensure that we provide or at least give them the opportunity to find adequate housing. For persons residing in these shanty towns who are on work permits, the responsibility is for their Bahamian employers to ensure that they have adequate living accommodations. And thirdly, the category of irregular immigrants, they ought not to be here. They will be arrested and deported.
The report notes that Haitians are the largest ethnic minority in the country, with unofficial estimates pegging that number between 30,000 to 60,000. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.